Now, while I was speaking, I ended up being introduced to some courses on emotional intelligence from another speaker called Executive Success Programs.
That is Nexium. That was the high level, super expensive program that they channeled like celebrities and rich people into. It's like you know how Scientology has this program for like all the rich people. So he was a member of that as someone who was potentially influential and could convince other people to join Nexium. This is crazy to see.
So let me show it here. It goes by ESP for short. Now, you probably haven't heard of ESP.
Like, even without knowing anything about Nexium, if I'm watching this cold, I'm already getting bad vibes. Like, he's hitting me. He's hitting me like he's trying to convert me. It's like a selling page.
But
a success program.
I almost guarantee you, or I imagine that most of you have heard of its parent company known as...
Holy fuck, look at that sand. That one is so nice. Dude, that's the best one I've seen. Oh, shit. Wow. That one was stunning. Oh.
As Nexium. Now, Nexium has dominated the news cycle over the last 3 years. Unless you were living in a cave, it was pretty hard to miss. I mean, it's made headlines around the world. Even a few months ago, Saturday Night Live did a skit about Nexium. Now, when I started taking the courses 10 years ago, of course, they had nothing to do with sex and or Tourette's even for that matter. But the reason I went is because, with the Tourette's, I had a lot of self-judgment and a lot of self-hate, and I wanted to change that. So I started going to the courses, and as I was working on that stuff as a total I
understand the self-hate, like the frustration of like, why am I like this? But self-judgment, I don't. That seems far-fetched. Like, why would you judge yourself? I don't know.
Product. My tics started to go down. And after continuing to take the courses after a year and a half and putting in my own effort, I was able to get my Tourette's down 90%. And eventually, I continued to take more classes, and I was then able to beat my Tourette's completely again using
He keeps saying
mind over body.
I feel like this is like a attorney-approved statement because he always says this. So they don't want to say I cured Tourette's because obviously that's like a fraudulent claim. He says, I beat Tourette's mind over body. You'll notice he says that verbatim all the time.
The point where now if you met me, you would never know that I lived a day with Tourette's in my life. Now, after this unprecedented transformation that I experienced, I then had the opportunity to then work with the founders of Nexium and ESP. You maybe have heard of their name before. I want to bring up their photos here. Keith.
So these are the two leaders who are now in jail. So he's homies with them. So he's high up. That is actually interesting. Yeah, this is pretty bad. He's in deep, man.
Raniere and Nancy Salzman. Now, as you know, there's tons of controversy around them. But with respect to the Tourette's, really there was just one question, and it was, can we replicate what happened to me with other people with Tourette syndrome? And we found out the answer is yes. So over the next 4 years, we went on a wonderful journey of trying to help other people beat Tourette's. We ended up working with 10 other people that had...
How can you just skim over the fact that he's in jail for like rape and child pornography? He's like, yeah, these guys are my good friends. I work closely with them. Yeah, there's some controversy, but anyway, enough about that. We had this wonderful program. Dude, are you just going to gloss over child pornography?
Great results as well. Some of them, when they came and they worked with us, in a matter of 4 to 5 hours, their Tourette's was down 90%. And again, this is just through conversations. And over the 4 years, we also had the privilege to be able to work with a filmmaker. His name is Alessandro Molatare, and he documented the journey of all of these people trying to beat their Tourette syndrome. And in 2018, that film, it was made into a documentary, and it debuted at the Cinequest Film Festival in 2018. After that, it traveled to film festivals around the world. It even won some awards.
Again, see how he talks about it? Again, they're toying around it. He says, is there a solution to something that has no cure? Come on, bro. Stop trying to beat around the bush. We all know what you're saying, what you're trying to say.
At the Milan Film Festival and the Harlem Film Festival. And as of a few weeks ago, we relaunched the film, My Tourette's, and we actually put it on YouTube for anyone in the world to watch it and experience it for free. And you can check the link below to watch the movie yourself. So this then brings me to present day.
Who paid for that movie? You put it out for free. You know, making movies is expensive. Who paid for it? No, not at all. Are you going to run on it? I don't know. Okay, let's go. Burpees on there. Burpees? I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
And why I also wanted to make these videos. So about a year ago, there was a docuseries on Stars that came out
Philly D hit. Let's go. Okay, I got to watch Philly.
Called Seduced. Now, Seduced, one of the executive producers of it.
Okay, so this is the guy he sued for, quote, misrepresenting his involvement, and he lost that. The judge granted the anti-slap.
Her name is India Oxenberg. She's also the main protagonist in the film, and it's really about her experience in NXIVM and also the secret society now known as DOS. Now, even though it's about that, I happen to be, I guess you could say, highlighted in this docuseries, and not in a positive way. Now, it's important for you to know, I have no criminal charges against me regarding the NXIVM trial.
This dude literally named this video "My Journey of Beating Tourette's with NXIVM," and he's like, yes, I am homies with Keith and Nancy, and yes, I was highlighted in this documentary. It's not even really about his beating his Tourette's at all, is it?
I don't have any criminal charges against me anywhere in my life. I don't even have criminal allegations or just an allegation in general in life against me. And also, I was not in the secret society DOS. Yet despite all of that, for some reason, I was attacked, particularly in the second episode. I was attacked my character and my reputation for reasons I do not know why. You know, when I saw it, it deeply pained me. And also, I was just so surprised because the reality of what they were trying to portray me as is so starkly different from the reality of how I've lived my life over the last 20 years in trying to help people. So after I saw it, I really felt I wanted to right this wrong. And so I put in a lot of work. I was able to get help from a bunch of friends and family. And as of about a week ago, I finally was able to file a defamation lawsuit for $12 million against Lion.
Yeah, that was, again, judge granted their anti-slap, so he lost. Yeah, he lost that one.
Lionsgate and Stars for how they portrayed me in the docuseries Seduced. Now, I don't think this is unique in terms of this happening to me. I mean, there's character assassination happening to so many people, and it's wrong. And I think that it's important that we try to expose these things this isn't a good thing that is happening in our society. And also, it's just unacceptable in this case, as, you know, this is a series that's supposed to be a documentary. So I wanted to create...
God, bro, you're so boring, even in this shit. Let's see what's his popular... Inspirational speaker. Kind of curious what his speeches are like.
Incredibly open, and I people how to. Right now, I'm traveling all across the country, speaking to audiences about tolerance. I'm trying to teach people how to become more tolerant individuals. And so the way that I am going to teach you about tolerance today is by sharing with you a lot of my personal stories in life and by being incredibly open, and I mean incredibly open about my personal challenges. Tourette's syndrome is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. What a crazy, crazy disorder. So I say offensive words, and so I say racial slurs. So I say racial slurs for black people.
Dude, you don't time your Tourette's like that. Okay, whatever. I'm
People.
up.
I have an older gay brother, and I say words like fag, faggot, and you're gay. And this
All
is
right, we can't. Can't do that. Let's watch Philly D's video.